What up, Janggi friends? Welcome to another video where we are still discussing the opening setup versus opening setup. And today we are discussing left elephant green setup versus red's right elephant. Or you can actually transpose this to left versus left elephant versus right elephant. Whatever the case, I think in Korean this is called maj sang, the only setup where the sung, the elephant, is being referenced. Because mostly this one is referring to dueling elephants, I think. Biting elephants, because on their first move, these two are ready to pounce on each other. So maybe that's why it's called Maj Sang or something. I don't know. I'm not even sure about the terminologies. But let's just discuss the following strategies or maybe basic ideas in here. And you can yes, as you can see when I loaded the game, they are marked as symmetry because this is more of a symmetrical setup, because there is a strategy that red can actually do here in which he can basically copy his opponent's movements. Let's just give you an example. Okay, so let's do an opening g1 to g2, d9 to d8, horse to h7, red horse to c3. Now this kind of copying style, it's not really a mirror match, but it's more of a symmetrical spiral copying mode. It's still a copycat mode. Okay, so let's continue. Cannon to h5, cannon to c5, and here we are, our army cannon tactic. Now red can respond by defending or something if he so desires, but he can actually counterattack by copying green's movements again. And if we continue the copycat movement, you can actually have some exchanges here, and then the cannons will go back to their fifth file placement, except that they have both destroyed each other's, what's this, flanks on one side. I don't know, it's just kind of annoying when red does this. And I think the KChess detective also indicated that this kind of setup is being avoided even in pro matches. Maybe this is the reason. But okay, how do we solve first the copycat maneuver? Well, it kind of comes from whose elephant will move first. Now what do I mean by that? Okay, well, first let's just open the files doing the copycat maneuver, and we have the elephant movement. And on this case, whoever takes his opponent's elephants first usually gets an advantage out of this. Okay, so elephant takes elephant, and whichever soldier red chooses to take, well, it's going to leave him in an inferior position, because once green moves his soldier here, for example, creating a big chunk, by the way, kind of unadvisable, but when it comes to soldier position, green is superior. However, that's not always the case. That the first one to move his elephant wins. The first one to take his opponent's elephant wins. What do I mean by that? What if instead of opening up the G file for green's chariot, what if he opened OG, the first file, the ninth file, doing the copycat movement? On this one, in this case, green actually helped red have a stronger or a decent soldier position, linked soldier position, as well as open files and a great position to start with. He has the initiative all of a sudden. So you have to take note which file you are going to open. That's why which file to open when it comes to setups like this, you have to know. It's very important. So next up, I think this is the elephant, right? Yeah. Another discussion to avoid the copy can't move it or something, or this one, in this case, red gives up copying. And here we have a slightly different setup using the horse, and this gap here is going to be kind of vital after a few moves, okay, compared to red's horse on c3. Yeah, this is the ear's fortress's ear, so we have an ear horse, and we have this kind of tactic. Yeah, of course, the tactic can also apply even if this horse moves, but green has an option to do this just in case, right? But we have this move right here, the cannon moving to h3, the h8 cannon moving to h3, targeting this pawn, okay? And he's also threatening to do a rearming cannon tactic here. See? That's the basic tactic of it. You have to watch out every time that a horse suddenly pops up here, or maybe even this one. Not only are you going to watch out for any cannon that's going to move on the center file, just make sure that your soldier position is not that weak here. Okay, so for example, if red chooses to support that other soldier, okay, d5 to d4, we just have to move this cannon to h9, creating the rearming cannon tactic, and it's going to be so unfriendly. I think you already know the drill, right? Red moves to block, green opens up his file, red opens up again, uses the elephant, and by the time red is going to open this one again, there's a free soldier right here and a free rook. So if ever red decides to avoid that elephant, he cannot avoid the cannon, and if he tries to avoid the cannon, he can't avoid the elephant. So that's kind of a trapped chariot right there. But that's not an easy thing to do. You just have to watch out for tactics like that, right? But in this case, there was a suggested move that to prevent the rearming cannon tactic, red moves here, cannon from c8 to h8. I don't know, it's a very ugly move. Aside from getting a free soldier right here, you have a cannon that's kind of weirdly placed right there, so everything's a loss. But there's actually a better concept right here. Just guard that soldier, and if he does the rearming cannon tactic, do a little Janggi. And if moving the general away is the best move here, but let's just discuss why moving the soldier isn't, or even blocking with the horse is not that of a good idea. Or blocking with the horse is actually fine too, but or no, moving the soldier away, because we have this one, Janggi again, and this is a kind of a forced move, because if green decides to reblock the cannon with a soldier, a counterattack is being committed. So there are a lot of complications here that I can actually see. But when it comes to, yeah, I think still red can actually do that. Well, not that openly, at least. But at least you have made the point. You can still check using this foolish tactics or something. Things kind of get complicated, but okay. So this is as far as I can actually interpret the KChess Detectives symmetrical setup tutorial. Next up, I think I'm going to shift over to another YouTuber named Gumguan. I think his name means golden crown or something. He has a video about this setup as well, and it seems to be coming from a professional Janggi player. So, meaning I might have trouble interpreting his discussions even more, because of course they are being discussed at a pro level. But I'll try my best. But for now, I'll just continue on with, I think there are two more setups that the KHS detective has discussed, and I'm going to continue on. So I'll see you guys in the next video.